Hi guys, welcome back to Griffin's Gaming Guide. Today we're going after another The Last of Us Part 2 trophy. Prepared for the worst, we need to find all workbenches. Now the first workbench can be found in the chapter Jackson Patrol, which you'll come to naturally as part of the main story. The workbenches themselves are where you upgrade your weapons, increasing their damage output, adding scopes, improving magazine capacities and so on. You will need to interact with each workbench by going up to it and pressing triangle. It doesn't matter if you perform any upgrades or not, just interact with each workbench to ensure that it's added to the count for the trophy. Now obviously in this guide we're going to cover all 25 workbenches, which you will need to do as both Ellie and Abby. The second workbench can be found in Seattle Day 1 downtown. You need to go to the corner of Madison Street and 5th Avenue facing west, where there will be a bridge you can get up to using the ladder on your left, then go right across the bridge to the shelter at the end. In the top right corner of the shelter will be the workbench. Now using the workbenches as you go through the game to upgrade your gear is invaluable, as it can make significant changes to the amount of damage you deal with a given weapon, especially if you're playing on any of the harder difficulties. Even on very light though, you will still need some firepower to take down the bigger enemies. The third workbench can be found in the chapter Seattle Day 1 Capitol Hill. Head into the garage, which is part of the gas station in Capitol Hill, ducking under the half open shutter, then look to your right to find the workbench. Your fourth workbench is found in, again, chapter Seattle Day 1 Capitol Hill. Go through the chapter to the section just before the tripwires you need to disarm, then go right into the martial arts centre. Go through the back wall, then round to the left to find the workbench. Your fifth workbench can be found in the chapter Seattle Day 1, the tunnels. Proceed through the tunnels to the ladder you climb, then rather than going left, go right into a small room, inside of which will be your workbench. The sixth workbench can be found in the chapter Seattle Day 2 Hillcrest. From the start of the chapter, go into the closed door to your right, then go through the smashed out section of wall behind the counter, head down into the basement and go straight to find the workbench. For your seventh workbench, you again need to be in chapter Seattle Day 2 Hillcrest. Jump through the hole in the wall, which is a mandatory part of the game, then continue straight to find your workbench. The eighth workbench can be found in the chapter Seattle Day 2 the Seraphites. As you're going through the chapter, head up from the open area past two garbage trucks, then go down the side street to your left. Climb up on the truck, then up and across the metal awning and smash through the window. Go to your left where you will find the workbench against the back wall. But be careful here, as you will be ambushed once you interact with the workbench, and you need to take down the enemies, then go back to the workbench to ensure that it is added towards the count for your trophy. Your 9th workbench can again be found in Chapter Seattle Day 2, the Seraphites. After going down the ladder into the water, go up the set of stairs to your left, then through into Weston's pharmacy. Once in the pharmacy, go through the small hole in the wall to your left, then go to your right to find the workbench. The 10th workbench can be found in the chapter Seattle Day 3, Road to the Aquarium. You need to proceed through the chapter to the first corridor you come to, where you would usually go left through a set of blue double doors. However, to find the workbench, you need to go through the second door on your right, ducking down under the debris. Once in the small room, look to your left, then go to the workbench. The 11th workbench can again be found in the chapter Seattle Day 3, Road to the Aquarium. After you swim under the crashed coach, go up the remains of the building, then rather than going through the door to your left, stay on this floor and go all the way around to your left without going through that door. In the end of the small room over to the right will be your workbench. The 12th workbench can be found in the chapter Seattle Day 3, the Flooded City. After Ellie has opened the first shutter, her boat will stall and you'll need to restart it. Once you've done so, proceed forward, going over the submerged fence with barbed wire around the top, then rather than going around to the right, go straight into a building called Shaftway. Look to the left wall to find your workbench. The 13th workbench is found in chapter Seattle Day 3, the Flooded City. Once in the arcade, go up the stairs, then over to the wall next to the motorbike arcade machines, where you're going to be able to find your workbench. The 14th workbench is found in chapter Seattle Day 1 on foot. These workbenches that you're going to be finding now are with Abby. And once Abby has lifted the filing cabinet blocking the door, allowing Mel to enter, stay on this floor and head past the stairs to the back wall where you're going to be able to find your workbench.
Thanks. Yeah, sure.
You're here.
The 15th workbench can be found in the chapter Seattle Day 1, the forward base. Head through and sign in at the base, then go into the tent to your left to find the workbench. The 16th workbench is found in chapter Seattle Day 1, Hostile Territory. Make your way up the stairs, then through into the Fresnel foyer, going over to your left where you're going to be able to find the workbench.
Fuck. Hope Owen didn't come this way. What's all this? Of course, I walked right into a scar camp.
The 17th workbench is found in chapter Seattle Day 1, The Forest. After going into La Rosa's auto shop, go over to the left wall to find the workbench.
Go on. Never seen scars going after scars before.
Seraphites.
What the hell did you do?
The 18th workbench is found in the chapter Seattle Day 1, The Coast. You will pass this workbench as you go through the story. You need to go through the door after jumping over the fence near the hanging container, then look to your right once inside the room. The 19th workbench can be found in the chapter Seattle Day 2, The Shortcut. Jump across the remains of the road, then enter Interbay Wireless. From here, go to the left wall to find your workbench. Workbench number 20 can again be found in the chapter Seattle Day 2, The Shortcut. You need to make your way up and through the chapter to where you come to a shrine, then go into the room on your right. You would usually climb a ladder, however, to find the workbench you need to look to the right wall and it'll be against some wooden barrels.
Scars built all this?
Seraphites.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Workbench number 21 is found in the chapter Seattle Day 2, Ground Zero. Head through the chapter until Abby jumps over a section of wall where you go through and activate the generator. Just to the left of the generator will be the workbench.
Could use Levin here. Or Manny.
Workbench number 22 can be found in the chapter Seattle Day 3, The Island. Go up through the chapter to the wooden triangular buildings, then into the one on your left where you will find the workbench against the back wall.
Through her love, we will survive this.
Where to now? Yara, back in the logging camp. Where were they taking the kids? Good.
For the 23rd workbench, and the last one you can find as Abby, you need to be in the chapter Seattle Day 3, The Escape. Climb up the ladder with Lev, then through the small window to your right. Once in the room, look straight in front of you to find the workbench.
How far is this Haven place from here?
Still got a ways to go. In here.
All right, what have I got?
Now that you're back playing as Ellie, we'll get the last two workbenches found. So the 24th one is found in the chapter Santa Barbara Pushing Inland. Once in the mansion, drop down to the ground floor and go through to the kitchen. Look to the left of the oven to find your workbench. And for the 25th and final workbench, that can be found in chapter Santa Barbara at the resort. Go through the chapter to the mansion grounds, then look in the large wooden building in front of the mansion along the back wall to find the workbench. So then guys, that's the Prepare for the Worst trophy guide complete for The Last of Us Part 2. I do hope that it's helped you out. If it has, please press the like button. Let me know down in the comments how you got on with finding all 25 workbenches. Also, whilst you're down there, you're going to see a little red button that says subscribe. Give that a click, then press the notification bell next to it. That way you won't miss out on any of our future uploads. You guys look after yourselves, and we'll see you back here at Griffin's Gaming Guides.